It's the Game 9 press conference featuring the Sooners of the University of Oklahoma. We're joined by head coach Patty Gasso, student athletes Jocelyn Allo, Shay Knighton, Nicole Penley, Leah Wodak, and Paige Parker. Coach, you know, these two programs, Oklahoma and Florida, have been the two best programs in the country over the last 5 years. You guys have some epic games with them. Are you able to actually enjoy competing against them?
I do, because they make us better. So I congratulate Florida, because they always push us and make us be a better team in order to find a way to win. So they're tough, and it was, I mean, they had the tying run at the plate quite a few times, but I enjoy playing anyone that challenges us and makes us better. I love competition just like they do. Questions
for Coach and the student athletes?
James Hale, Sports Talk 1400, The Ref, and OU Insider. Patty, just talk about Paige's performance tonight. She comes back in the second game and is masterful again. Talk about everything that kind of the game plan and how she executed, please.
Well, she's a senior. She's been here. She's done it many times. And when Paige Parker says, I would like to have the ball, you listen to Paige Parker and you give her the ball. She did a good job of not throwing a tremendous amount of pitches in the first game and felt still fresh. And for her to have an outing like that after playing Arizona State against a team like Florida, that's such a well-rounded team in every area, it was one for the ages in my mind. And it was not only just masterful, but it was a will to find a way to win, which bled into our team, and they were going to find a way to win with her putting those efforts on the mound.
Brooke Pryor, the Oklahoman. Paige, you built a reputation as a workhorse early in your career, but have you ever thrown back-to-back complete games in a doubleheader, and what was it like, especially in the later innings of tonight's game?
Yeah, I have thrown back I mean, it's been a long time, but I have done it and just kind of took myself back there. And it was just about going out there and competing and doing anything I could to help my team win. My team is so important to me, and I love them so much, and I wanted to do anything for them.
Joey Helmer, OUinsider.com. Paige, did you adamantly tell Coach that you wanted the ball? And then the second part is, how important was it all day you were getting ahead of hitters? How important was that for you?
I don't know if it was adamantly. I just, I said, told her before the game.
You kind of whispered it.
Yeah. Yeah, I did kind of whisper it to her. And the second part of the question, I just wanted to try to get ahead of batters as much as I could, try to be as efficient as I could tonight, just try to not throw a ton of pitches, and just, work counts and try to work counts in my favor.
Leah, you've caught Paige forever, and you've probably caught tens of shutouts from her. But did she have something beyond today? I mean, whether it was the way she was competing internally or the number of pitches she could throw wherever she wanted to, was she in a place that, was sort of even new for her in some way?
I feel like physically, like ball-wise, I feel like she threw just like she normally – she obviously elevated her game and she was hitting her spots and getting ahead in counts, which is huge, but she just goes to a new place in this kind of environment competitively, and she's hands down the biggest competitor I know, and I'm very thankful she's on our team. And it's not someone we have to face, but yeah, she's just the best competitor I know, and I love going to work with her, and it's incredible to see her continue to elevate and find that competitive mindset that a lot of people don't know how to get to.
Paige.
Sorry.
Paige, John McKelvey with the Norman Transcript. Two-part question. First, what's harder, the mental or the physical toll that you went through today? And then the second thing is, what'd you do in the 4 hours that you had off to try and get ready?
I definitely think it's tougher mentally. I think in general, being a pitcher, you have to be probably the most mentally tough person out on the field. And so just trying to go to another place mentally and just go out there and compete and fight and, I mean, just give it my all. And in the 4 hours, I ate, took a shower, and watched film.
Shay, Patty talked about the tone that Paige sets and how it emanates throughout the dugout. As a fellow player, and you've now spent several seasons with her, what's that feeling like, and how does it kind of become contagious?
It's just the look that she has in her eyes. Like, it's something that I've never seen before. Like Leah said, she's just she's really competitive, and she takes herself to the next level. And to be playing behind her, it's almost like if you don't, like, you're going to miss out. So it's she's a leader, and you're going to want to follow because she's going to lead you to places that you want to be. And playing behind Paige is something that I've cherished these past 3 years. So she's just a competitor. I love playing behind her, and I will try to do anything and everything I can to help her out when she's doing her job on the mound.
In front here.
Yeah. Jake Trotter, ESPNW. Patty, what did you make of them walking Jocelyn even with runners on base? And then Jocelyn, what was it like to see basically one pitch for the entire game?
Are you going first? Sure. I think it's a smart move because I felt like this game was going to be a very tight game. So with what she did in the first inning, it made sense, although you're still having to go through Shay. And Shay comes through more than not. So it's still a risk, but that's the kind of respect that Joss is getting now.
It wasn't as bad seeing one pitch because, it wasn't as bad seeing one pitch, but I know when I walk that it's a potential run for my team. So whatever I do to get runners on, and like Shay's behind me, so yeah.
Katie.
Katie Barnes, ESPNW. Paige, how does the workload today possibly physically affect you going into tomorrow?
Truthfully, it doesn't really affect me a ton. I'll do anything for this team, so if my number's called tomorrow, I'll be ready.
Jerry Lee Woodley Jr., the College Sports Report. Coach, most coaches always talk about, mention freshman. What's it like? What did you see first in Jocelyn to get her to Oklahoma, and now here you are in another College World Series situation, and a freshman is about to lead you there, take you where you want to go?
Well, this freshman committed to another university before I could get my hands on her. When I found out that she was making a change, I hope I can say this. No, because everyone's going to want to go see it, and you should. My JT showed me video of her in the state wrestling championship. And I'm watching this, and she dislocates her opponent's, shoulder, and won the championship. And I'm like, okay, I don't care if she hits or not. I just thought that was the coolest thing I've ever seen. I want that stud on my team. But the wonderful thing is she's got just a great mindset, a really mature approach for a freshman, and is extremely competitive. And if you look at that video, you'll see she's extremely competitive. And anyone that has that mentality fits on this team.
Jocelyn, Coach just mentioned something that I didn't know. How did you start in wrestling and then move over to softball?
So I started t-ball when I was like 4, and then I also did wrestling at the same time. And wrestling was my first sport. And my dad wrestled too in high school. And as I got older, I just did it competitively and just for fun on the weekends. And then as I got to high school, I wanted to compete, and I promised my dad a state championship, and I got him that my sophomore year.
James Hale, Sports Talk 1490 Ref, OU Insider. Nicole, you guys have been a great offensive team all year. You're facing great pitching here. How close are you guys to breaking out? And do you feel it? Do you feel like you're close to getting going again?
Yeah, I think just trust the process. We set plans for every game, so sticking to our plan, making adjustments, and if we just stick to the process, things are going to work out.
Marin Angus behind the plate. Jocelyn, this team is really familiar with Kelly Barnhill, but you were not on this team last year, so what was your approach to hitting off of her?
Swing. Well, like, I had watched her in the 17-inning game, and I just pictured myself, like, in that exact moment, and that moment happened to happen. So, I mean, hats off to her. She's an awesome, awesome pitcher. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Jocelyn, I want to ask about your celebration after Shay Knighton reached on that strikeout. And it seemed like a lot of that was fueled by the last at bat and them getting away with walking you. How much did you want her to come through for her in that situation?
I didn't want her to come through because I knew she was going to come through. Like, it's Shay. It's Shay Knighton. She's a stud. She does anything.
Paige, can you remember ever being better than this? Has that ever happened? And Jocelyn, can you remember any home runs that you got a hold of even better than one you got a hold of tonight?
Start with Jocelyn.
Probably the Texas game in the Big 12 championship. I think so.
Paige?
I don't really know. I'm not really sure.
Jocelyn, you talked about watching that 17th inning game last season. What's it mean for you to be on this stage now?
It means so much. Like, just to be a kid from Hawaii, and not many athletes come out of Hawaii. So just to represent Hawaii and being here on the biggest stage of college softball is awesome. And it just goes to show that, like, kids from Hawaii can make it, or kids from little towns, anywhere, like, they can do this. And this is one of the best experiences I've ever had and one of the best teams I've ever been on. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Time for a couple more.
Paige, the last pitch you had that was a swing and a miss registered 65 on the scoreboard. And I don't know if you typically throw 65. I want to say I saw 61 a whole lot. Were you throwing your hardest of the day in the 7th inning in the second game?
Probably. That's typically, I typically top out around there. So, yeah, I was probably throwing my hardest then.
Last one.
James Hale, Sports Talk 1400, the Ref OU Insider. Leah, Nicole, just representing the team a little bit. How much are you looking forward to tomorrow? You guys are on this journey. We've seen the We Believe things, and now you get that opportunity to play again.
Nicole, let's start with you.
I think we just have another opportunity. We survived another day, so we're making the best of another game, and we're just cherishing the moments together. So I think we're going to fight as long as we can and stay together as long as we can.
Leah?
Yeah, I think any day we get another chance to come out on the field we're going to be grateful for it, and we're going to take advantage. And I know we sat up here when we lost last time, or I know a few of us were up here on Thursday when we lost, and we told you guys we truly believe that we can do this, and I don't think any of us spoke like they didn't really believe it, and I think that's something that is different maybe. I don't know. A lot of teams maybe count themselves out, but we never did, and we've sat here over and over again telling ourselves that we truly believe that we can do this, and we're going to give it our all tomorrow, whether we come out or we don't. I mean, we're thankful and we're grateful to survive in advance.
Thank you very much.